Hello everyone, my name is Aldo Trejo and this is my final presentation and I will be doing it on Fortnite. So just a little bit of an overview, we're going to talk a little bit about Fortnite, the discussion of the tests we had in this class, discussion about the industry, and also the audience that Fortnite has. So, overview. So Fortnite, described by its developers, is a free-to-play battle royale game with numerous game modes for every type of game player. And some of the actions you can take in this game include watching a concert, kind of like the Travis Scott concert that was held at Fortnite, building an island, so in the creative mode, and of course fighting to be the best, which is their most popular game form, which is their Battle Royale. It was released on July 17, 2017, and some of the platforms or devices where someone can play this game include PC and Mac users, PlayStation 4 and updated versions, Xbox One and their updated versions, and Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Lite. So what is Fortnite Battle Royale? So this is a player versus player game for up to 100 players. Players are essentially dropped from the battle bus without any weapons or materials, and they drop where they decide where they want to drop on the island. Players then explore and gather materials to help build walls and ramps to protect themselves and gain an advantage over their opponents. Throughout the island, there are chests that contain different weapons and healing items. And in this mode, you can play by yourself against 99 other players. You can play in duos, which is you and a partner against 98, or you can play in a squad, which is a group of 3 or 4 against 97 or 98, respectively. And this is just a little picture of the Battle Royale kind of logo, and then next to that are some of the characters that I will be talking about in future slides. Now, another mode that they have is Fortnite Creative, and this is a game mode where players have complete freedom to spawn any item from the Battle Royale arena and be creative as they want. This can include building new battle arenas, having race courses, and platforming challenges, which have been very popular in YouTube. Now, for discussion of text. For these sort of next few slides, I will be talking about the single game mode of Battle Royale for this section and the next two. So I will be talking about Roger, forgive me if I pronounce his last name wrong, Caius Division of Games. So he explains Agon, which is a competition. So this category implies that the game's competition is central and skill determines whether a player is successful or not. So Fortnite falls into here because players show their competitive edge and skill to get better and eliminate their opponent. The second one is Alea, so chance. And this category implies that chance is an important parameter for the play experience. Now, Fortnite falls into this category as well because chance can also decide if you win the game or not. As you, the player, decide where to land on the island, you gotta hope that others don't have the same idea as you and follow you. Or if you land early and then you realize that you landed in a very high populated area, it's gonna be a little bit harder for you to win. When you go and explore and discover chests, there's a chance for you to get extremely rare and good weapons and lots of healing items, or you might be unlucky and get the common weapons and not get any of the healing items. Next one is mimicry or imitation. In this category, just implies that the play experience centers on being someone else. So as you remember or recall from the image prior to this slide, Fortnite falls into this category because there's a variety of characters to choose from that you can be while playing this game. This includes Marvel characters, like Iron Man, Hulk, Spider-Man, as such. Cartoon characters. The most recent one right now would have to be Rick and Morty. Um, Real athletes, such as now with the World Cup coming to an end this December. I believe they introduced Harry Kane, which is a athlete for England. Influencers such as Mr. Beast, who recently is in Fortnite. Travis Scott as well, even though he's more of an artist. And movie characters, such as characters from certain and different movies. And I don't know how to pronounce that last one. Illness, Links, Vertigo. So this category simply implies getting a chance to experience a pleasurable sensation. So Fortnite also falls into this category because there's nothing better than the adrenaline rush you get when you're in the top 50 and you start, looking at the number, and all of a sudden you're in the top 25, and then you look again and you're in the top 10, and you start kind of overthinking things. You start getting a little nervous. You're then in the top 5, and then you realize that it's just you and your last opponent, and then that's the adrenaline you get where you're close to winning. Another feature that this game has is a variety of game aesthetics. So as you can see on the left, I have the properties and how they apply to Fortnite, which are on the right. So it's a third-person perspective because you are seeing your character fighting. It is in a 3D dimensional world. The space type is free. However, the off-screen space is active. So what that means is that even though what you're looking at when you move your player is considered active, you have to be aware of your surroundings, because what other players do in the off-screen space is essentially also important, because you have to take that into account when you're playing the game. It's a free scroll. It's not horizontal or vertical. You're free to go left, right, northeast, southeast. You're able to move everywhere. For exploration, I put forced and free, because even though it is free, you're able to explore anywhere. You're able to go to different parts of the island. It is a little bit forced, being that if you're not in the inner circle, which is the safe space, you will die if you are in the outer circle, and you're also limited to just being in the island. Next, I will be discussing the industry that Fortnite is in. So, Fortnite in the industry. Fortnite was first announced in the year 2011. It was released on July 17, 2017. Fortnite Battle Royale was released on September 26, 2017. And it was developed by Epic Games and People Can Fly. However, it was published by Epic Games and Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. And again, some of the platforms and devices where you can play include PC and Mac users, PlayStation 4 and updated versions, Xbox One and updated versions, and Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Lights. Moving on to their marketing, Fortnite has a very interesting marketing strategy where at first they did a lot of word of mouth. So everyone was talking about it. It was a brand new game. So people were interested in playing it. They really, really captured the attention of young players. And it was fun. It was something new. So yeah, it captured the attention of them, and everyone started talking about it. So everyone was talking about when they're going to start playing, when they can hop on the call, when they can start, playing on the weekends. And people to this day still ask if they have seen what they added to this game. So even though it has had some time to be in the public, they are still adding new things and new elements to this game that continue to be intriguing to the consumer. They also have a freemium approach to content, so it's free to play, yes, but if you want to purchase like a battle pass to get perks and get different outfits or get certain accessories that are only limited to buying the battle pass, they can do that as well. So that's kind of how they market it as well. It's like, yes, it's a free to play game, um, but if you're heavily invested, you can buy these things, such as different outfits and accessories. Another thing that they have is a remarketing strategy. So what they do is essentially they create new maps so that it's not the same, it's not lackluster. There's new maps being added. For example, now that it's Christmas, it's a little bit more snowy. In the summer, there's a lot more kind of spring and summer vibe to it. In Halloween times, it's a little dark. So there's that aspect to it. So new inclusion to maps. There's new weapons being added. There were cars being added, you being able to drive a car, motorcycles, and just the overall look of the game is different. And not only just in Battle Royale, but aside from that, they also add new things to creative mode. They also add different things to battle squads, which is just like, when you die, you get respawned immediately back into the game. So that type of thing. They also have influencer marketing. This is very interesting because they do use this to their advantage. So going back to the concert, so Travis Scott had a concert there. So what they did is that you could actually play being as Travis Scott. That was one of the characters. Same thing with Rick and Morty. It was a very popular show. So they added that. They added those two characters so you could play as them. Marvel was a huge hit as well for them when they had Spider-Man, and they had sort of these special power-ups that you could have where you could swing around the island being Spider-Man, and Mr. Beast being the most recent one. Right now, Mr. Beast is probably the king of YouTube. He has a lot of subscribers and people know him. Simply by me saying Mr. Beast, you should have an affiliation as to who he is. So if you put Mr. Beast and Fortnite together, it's a really good way to bring your brand up. Same thing with Ninja. So Ninja was kind of like one of the first few influencers that got a following due to Fortnite. And they had this whole Ninja versus Tifu thing, which were two content creators going back and forth about who was better. But it was more of their community saying who was better. Not necessarily themselves. Going on to discussing their audience. So who is playing Fortnite? So this game is made for everyone. It is a popular game among 16 to 23-year-olds since people these ages are either in high school or have a lot of free time or are in college, working, and are able to play more frequently than people older than 23. There are millions of players logging in every day. That's something that they haven't lost. There are about 2.9 to 4 million concurrent players at any one time logging in every day in 2022. So no matter what day it is, there should be around 2.9 million concurrent players every day all over the world. However, this number does change whenever there are live events within the game. So when they had a recent live event, they reached a peak of 15.3 concurrent players, which is an insane number to still have. Some of the communities that Fortnite has is that there are a number of communities for this game. There are subreddits, there are Discord groups, and YouTube channels dedicated to this game. There are pro players, content creators that have a huge following thanks to this game, and in return helping the game. A perfect example that I can think of is Ninja. Ninja was a streamer, and he started playing Fortnite. He was pretty good at the game and was very entertaining, which is why he started to gain such a huge following and built a community thanks to the game. And due to him doing this allowed others to do the same. And that is my final presentation. Thank you.